the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Lynx going up against the New York Liberty. Here with Tim Sports and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Zuniga, and it's good to have you with us. And this point in the schedule, it can be easy for some teams to lose focus.
This is when motivation is just as important as X's and O's for a coaching staff.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the season's as much of a mental grind as it is a physical grind.
And it's going to be the Liberty off the tip. Ionescu has it. From the arc, drops in the tray.
A lethal sniper from outside the arc. The D has to rush Ionescu and Hunter off that three-point line.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Heidemann. Shepard. Collier left side. The three is up. Rebounded by John Paul Jones. Here's Ionescu. Good. And Brianna Stewart gets the assist.
You don't see handles like that every day. Ionescu is so skilled at breaking down her defender.
Pass to Shepard. About a minute into this first quarter. And here's Heidemann. 6 to shoot. No good on the triple. Now here's Boss. Ionescu. Pass to Boss. Shoots the three. Good on the three-point shot.
Off to a nice start. Took all three from the field.
They're really on back foot at this point.
Yeah, and both ends of the floor. Things are just not going their way.
Outside, Williams launches a three, sinks the triple.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a three, and then we'll take you right back.
Turning into a three-point contest.
You know, some players struggle with the transition from college to pros, but not Nafisa Collier.
I mean, her rookie year was ridiculous. She led the league in minutes. She was an all-star as a rookie. Remember, Collier won a national championship in college. She was used to the spotlight. She's coming to the league as an all-star level player. You've seen her just improve.
Offensive rebound.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. I guess it's just enough to bother her.
Screen by Smith. For three, Nafisa Collier. Another three for Minnesota.
Love the versatility in the pick and roll. Collier can either set the screen or work off the screen.
Outside, Lee Hamilton. The three, nailed from three-point range.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Pass to Shepard. To the middle. Here's Collier. Lee Hamilton with the rebound.
Well, it wasn't a block officially, but it might as well been. She really affected that shot.
Yeah, it was clearly her defense that threw her off there.
Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Orchestrating the offense. It's what Ionescu excels at, the ability to make everybody around her better.
Now here's Williams. Shepard, guarded by Jones. Here's Collier. The shot from the low post is good.
It's so hard to contain her. I mean, she just gets it done however she has to do it.
Pass to Laney Hamilton. Boss. Now here's Ionescu. Three-pointer. Score it. Her third straight basket. basket in 3 attempts.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the threes.
Yeah, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, non-existent.
And Williams gets it to go.
No fear, Williams is normally the smallest player on the floor, but she can operate down low with her toughness.
Outside, Lady Hamilton. Pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Ross with it from past the arc. And it's Collier with the rebound. And now the Lynx fast break. Here's Smith. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier with the assist that time.
What a selfless decision by Collier. She sees someone with a better look, gets him the ball.
And here's Boss. Pass to Stewart. Ionescu outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel in his defense. That was their 9th straight point in beyond the arc.
Now here's Shepard. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Back to Williams. Smith outside. Collier. From downtown. Stewart grabs the miss. New York in the lead. Castellini out of bounds. Liberty ball as New York takes possession.
That pass had a little bit too much heat on it for her to make a clean steal.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough catch for either of them. I mean, these are basketball players, not wide receivers.
Laney Hamilton on the wing. Now Ionescu. Stewart covered by Smith. And here are the Lynx now. It's a three-point game. And when you talk about winning, historically, the Lynx are up there with any team in the WNBA.
Absolutely. You look at their 4 titles, which is tied for the most in league history. Then you see they have the 3rd best winning percentage of all time. I mean, this is a franchise that consistently has been in the hunt over the years.
Now here's Boss. They get it back. Sabali lays it up and banks it in.
Coach has always told me that if you battle for offensive rebounds, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like she got there.
Here's Carlton. Pass to Collier. Screen by Kuia. Jacks up a 3. Nafisa Collier, and that's good.
Because of Collier's ability to space the floor, she gives her team a deeper offensive identity.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Boss. Just 5 to shoot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. The Lynx with the lead. Samuelson outside. Collier outside. It's over Cloud. The shot by Collier, no good.
Well, that's just not a sight you see very often because she has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when she's open.
Now here's Boss. 8 points for her. Knocks down that 3 ball.
She just plays with a love of the game. You can see it how she prepares, her work ethic, the way she interacts with her teammates and players on other teams. When she hits the floor, she is all about the game of basketball. You know, it's not been the best quarter for her as far as scoring. We'll see if she can get back on track.
Jones, pass to Cloud, picked by Jones. Outside for Cloud. Offline with a 3.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But but I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
Well, she's just going to keep burying those. If that's how the D is going to play her, they've got to be better, got to be closer in.
Now here's Boss. He's got 11. Drains the three-pointer.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take him long to go and get those 3 points back.
Collier outside. Again, Lisa Collier missing. Now Boss. It's deflected. And they're running. Here's Collier. Basket number 5. He's now 5 for 12 from the floor.
How about that shot going in for Collier? Looked like the contact might disrupt her. Guess it didn't.
Pass to Phoebish. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the length. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Now here's Kuia. Back to Samuelson. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointers.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. I don't know how you can give a shooter like her that much space beyond the arc.
Here's Phoebish. Here's Boss. Pass to Sabo. Phoebish. Here's Boss. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Collier outside. Samuelson with the ball. Pass to Kuia. Samuelson. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Down low. Here's Jones. It's not going to go for her.
Great defense right there to prevent one of the best finishers in the league from converting in close.
Back to Collier. Samuelson. Terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around.
Unselfish play by Collier. This team loves having her.
New York trailing here. Boss with it. She's got 14. And again, it's New York with a three.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
And Tim, you talk about players who had to fight for a spot in the W. How about Carly Samuelson?
Well, she only played 42 games her first 5 years out of college. Was released her wing 8 times. Found her place in 2022 with the Sparks. Now, Carly's one of the top 3-point specialists in the whole league.
Collier outside. Samuelson outside. No good from outside. Now here's Boss. Covered by Kuia. Pass to Jones. Soft touch on the glass.
Great job by Jones. So good at gaining ideal positioning and capitalizing.
Minnesota trailing. And here's Carlton. Back to Samuelson. Now Kuia. Shot clock at 5. The three. And the foul call for Kuia. That's her first foul. And the Lynx will go for it here. And the Liberty with possession here. Stewart up top. And that comes off the assist by Natasha Cloud.
Look, the catch-and-shoot jumper is never easy, and since Stewart is confident in her shot, she's never afraid to take it.
Here's Carlton. outside Williams. Screen by Smith. Trying to get back on track. And Williams gets it to go.
So much action these days out of the pick and roll. Williams is made for this type of basketball. A slick dribbling and good decision-making player.
Now here's Boss. 17 points in the game. Back to Ionescu. Loud outside. Hits it from three-point range.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points, they add up in a hurry when you give them looks from deep.
Here's Heidemann. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Nice move. And she sinks the layup.
That's exactly what they're going for in that possession.
New York in the lead. Ionescu outside. From outside the arc. And again, it's New York with a three.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. Just phenomenal ball movement.
Everyone's looking for the best shot, and it's paid off during this run.
Now here's Williams. 12 points for her. Pass to Smith. Rebounded by Phoebus. And here's Boss. Inside. Here's Phoebus. Covered by Smith. Ionescu outside. And the three ball is good.
And their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second quarter.
That ought to help them increase their separation. Impressive offensive output.
Here's Heidemann. Boss defending. And the basket is good.
You know, they started the game shooting well from outside. I'm a bit surprised they haven't continued to test the hot hand from out there.
Yeah, test the hot hand. You're right. I say strap some wings on that basketball and let those triples fly.
And the basket by Boss.
She's made the most of her chances, hasn't she? She needs to keep on working to get these good looks.
Heidemann, Boss defending. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Stewart. Shepard pulls it in. Now the Lynx with it. They trail by 9 points. Off target at the rim. To the paint. Here's Stewart. The layup off target. And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Liberty up by 9. We'll be right back to the action when we return. And the third quarter about to get underway here. And you look at Boss, she's been playing really well.
Well, she created a lot of good shots for herself in the first couple of quarters. And she knows when to pass up on the tough ones, good shot selection.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for her. That's a stat that really tells you how efficient the player has been.
Now here's Boss. The 15-footer. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in. And here are the Lynx now. 11-point game. Pass to Heidemann. Here's Williams. To the inside. Here's Shepard. Boss pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that one.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Now here's Boss. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The team got lucky.
Here's Collier. She's got 13. Shoots over Lady Hamilton. And it's Collier missing.
It's been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots.
Ionescu has it. Now guarded by Collier. Launches it. And Sabrina Ionescu with the 3.
Z has gotten a little lax defending the 3-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed coming beyond the arc.
Now here's Collier. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
They get one to drop. 1 of 4 here in the third.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Jones right side. Boss. Clock at 6. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Shepard. Basket counts.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
Now here's Boss. 21 points in the game. Now here's Ionescu. That 3 off the mark. When it comes to defensive prowess, there's not too many players that can impact a game like Nafisa Collier.
It gets overlooked sometimes because of her offense, but Nafisa is outstanding on defense. She's the kind of player that opposing coaches have to game plan for at both ends.
That shot by Collier, no good.
Not a big margin for them in terms of rebounding, but it's enough to get the job done.
Just one more advantage in the stat column, but it's translated to this league.
Now here's Lady Hamilton. Back to Ionescu. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Smith. Minnesota trailing. Right side. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's New York with it. Ionescu outside. Jones outside. This one for 3. New York, no good that time either. Outside, Williams. Nafisa Collier on the wing. No good on that shot. Good defensive work by John Noel Jones. Now here's Boss. Down low. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
She placed that pass right out in front of her and just let her run into it.
Pass to Shepard. To the middle. Good work defensively by Brianna Stewart. And here's Ionescu. Here's Boss. Fires the 3. Yes, it's good. That bucket takes her to 9 for 14.
Proving what a selfless player she is. Ionescu was all about getting the rock to wide open teammates.
Now Hyman. Pass to Collier. For three. He handled it with the rebound.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
Ionescu, that's good.
They are wreaking havoc on them with a three-point shot today.
The defense unable to stop them even when they've gotten jammed up. It hasn't seemed to matter.
Now here's Collier. They need this. The shot, no good. Out to the left wing. Ionescu, left side. Puts up a three. Minnesota grabs the miss.
She may have been surprised. Find yourself so open. Maybe that's why she missed.
And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
You know, she shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Ionescu outside. Outside Stewart. Back to Ionescu. Good. And Brianna Stewart gets the assist.
And Ionescu is inflicting major damage right now. The defense looks helpless.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Shepard. Collier. Can't hit that one. Good defense there by the National Gamble.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of the hole because it's not helping their offense. The incredible focus Stewart has. Even when the D gets physical, she stays with the play.
And here's Heidemann. Pass to Smith. And so she draws the foul on the shot and trips to the line to shoot two. Brianna Stewart picks one up.
The prototypical big for today's game. Smith can beat you inside and outside.
And Tim, we know success isn't always linear. Just look at Alana Smith. She's a perfect example of that. It took her a few years to claim her spot in the game.
She was a top 10 pick back in 2019. She shot under 20% as a rookie. Atlanta was out of the league, but she had a great 2023. The Australian finishing third in most improved player voting, and she has really got a spot in the league now.
Inside. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
Now here's Williams. Samuelson outside. Back to Williams. Over Cloud. Williams can't get it to go. They have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely on the other side, really not much resistance put up.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. One-on-one fast break. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot two.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
That's also good, so she hits them both. Now Boss. Got it up. Knocked it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot she'll never forget, as dramatic as they come.
Showing everyone she's got that knack for the big moments. The bigger, the better.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Liberty out in front. They lead by 14. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter here on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going into the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. From outside. Rebound by the Lynx.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in deep this half. She's one of those players that the team doesn't mind her taking open threes in transition when she's got that good of a look.
Now here's Bob. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Cans it from downtown.
Hey guys, her consistent shooting, it's helped them take this lead.
Collier outside. Pass to Carlton. The screen by Collier. Another three for Minnesota.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Now here's Boss. Now here's Sabo. Guarded by Yuma. Ionescu has it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No dice from the high post. Final quarter play, about a minute and a half off the clock in it. Here's Phoebe. Feely defending. Here's Ionescu. And she drops in the layup off glass.
A great game for her offensively. She's been a factor.
Here's Minnesota. Trailing by 13. Outside, pass to Carlton from deep, and it's rebounded by Sabo. Here's Boss, and here's Sabo. The kick out to Ionescu. Loud outside. The three ball. No good there.
Well, thus far they managed to overcome an off game for her offensively.
Harley Samuelson on the wing. Pass to Peely. That one drops for her.
Found the soft spot in the D right.
Boss with it. Loud. Around 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Hits the three-point bomb.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there. With that three, her second of the half, she's equaled her total from before the break.
Pass to Cloud. Boss. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. That shot off.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
First team foul. At the line for the Oregon team.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Of course, she didn't have an attempt there in the first half. And she's hoping to be a little bit more active and draw some fouls here in the second half.
Now here's Boss. The baseline J off the mark.
Well, she didn't have a hand in her face, so I thought she was for sure going to bury that.
Nafisa Collier on the wing, defended by Stewart. And that one's good and high to mid. New York in the lead. Pass to Cloud. All along. And right through it goes.
so deadly in the pick and roll. Cloud can pass it out of his set, and she can score it too. A real dual threat point.
Fires for three. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Williams. That's her first foul. And the Lynx making a change here.
Jessica Courtney Williams.
And so it's New York with it. Now here's Boss. It's all in by the Lynx.
That's one she knows she should have drained.
Here's Heidemann. And the layup's good off the glass.
More of a scoring guard than a point guard. Williams is still a good passer. Nice to see her share the well.
To the paint. Boss with it. Williams there. That shot missing. Minnesota trailing. Pass to Shepard. And here's Heidemann. Collier. Boss defending. Good work there as it goes. And the Liberty call time here.
Really, they're not pleased at all with the look they've given up the inside. They want to talk to the team about tightening things up defensively.
Well, that's what's got to happen, and I'm sure the coaches will let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and that's a recipe for disaster.
Now here's Boss. Castellini Hamilton. Picked by Jones. And Laney Hamilton hits from deep.
You know, I'd like to see more of that. She's been passing up with her shot a little bit more than usual. You know, even though she is hitting the ones that she takes.
Here's Collier. Here's Heidemann. Courtney Williams for three. That's in, and she's 7 of 12 now for the game.
Watch out, now that she's got her first three and a half, there might be more in store.
Pass to Ionescu. Three-pointer. Here's Jones. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, Jones has a talent for owning the board. Here she keeps the play alive and finishes it strong.
Collier. Laney Hamilton with the rebound. Pass to Boss. 2 points. That one goes in. Here's Minnesota. 8-point game. Now Heidemann. It's Sabrina Ionescu with the block.
What a display of timing and awareness from Ionescu. She was ready for that block.
Shot by Collier, no good. Boss with it, now guarded by Collier. She gets it in there.
Some nice work as we've come down the stretch into the final quarter.
Yeah, they're looking very determined to close this one out as soon as they can.
If there's a time to increase the lead, it's the fourth.
Here's Heidemann. The kick out to Williams. Lets the three fly. The three-pointer is on target.
Another one for Williams. She can do so many different things with the ball. It makes her hard to guard.
Now here's Boss. She's tightly guarded.
You know, she's made up for a lack of size in the post with a lot of extra effort. She's done some serious work on the board.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Collier. Goes up on the wing. Good. Nothing but net.
Yes, stepping up when it matters the most. Collier demanding the ball late in games. What a quality to have.
Now here's Laney Hamilton. Boss. The three-pointer off the mark. Smith. Boss defending. Here's Collier. Rebound New York. Boss. Pass to Stewart and stolen by Collier. Shepard in the post. Hamilton covering. And here's Heidemann from deep. that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's Williams. Pass to Collier. Shoots over Laney Hamilton. And 2 free throws coming up as she misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That's on Jones.
A skilled big with a creative touch. Defenders sure have their hands full of Shepard.
And she misses the first one. Boy, she really wanted that one to fall. Making the second. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
They really could have used a perfect trip to the line there. Instead, they're still down 2 possessions.
And here's Moss. And it's Courtney Williams with the rebound.
She might have wore herself out with the performance in the last quarter. She hasn't had nearly the same kind of success in this one.
I respect Collier's ability to show poise under pressure. You don't always see that from younger players.
Castellini Hamilton. Ionescu. And so she was tripped to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
A problem for the defense from anywhere. Ionescu enjoys getting inside and forcing them to get aggressive.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So she gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That was a critical trip to the stripe. They have a 2-possession lead now.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over. Now, here's Collier. Count it! And she has brought them within 2 points.
Looking real comfortable attacking around the rim. If you give Collier the rock anywhere near the basket, she's not going to disappoint.
And that's just what they have to do in order to get that ball back.
Yeah, to me, that's a good foul. Clock management, crucial at this time of the game.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game. The inbound. Stewart grabs the miss.
Great look. Disappointing miss.
What happened there? I mean, that shot's almost as good as automatic.
I don't know.
And she cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that puts them up 5. Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
Well, this one, it's not over if they can get a quick score then foul.
Yeah, a few missed free throws and they're right back in it, but it has to happen fast.
Exactly, Brian. Has to be real quick.
Courtney Williams for 3. Connects from downtown.
A player who thrives during key moments. Williams is hard to shut down. Her ball handling abilities get her out of jams and get her looks. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
No other option, though. They did a good job getting it in her hands and making sure she was the one who'd go to the line. Now that's how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury him for sure.
Heidemann, covered by Ionescu. Heidemann, no good. And foul and stop the clock. He drops the first one, and that puts them up 5. And Sophie drops them both. And it's a 6-point ball game. Here's Williams. From deep three-point range. No good there. And so it's New York winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked, but it's a win nonetheless.
And I think the fans gave them an emotional boost. They really needed down the stretch. This crowd was with them all the way.
And that'll wrap it up.